Now, coming to you from our Alphon Hall studios at St. Joseph's College, it's The Weekly Word with your hosts, Jen and Caitlin.
Hello, and welcome to the first edition of The Weekly Word, where you will hear current, local, and world news, as well as sports reports and weather updates.
Today's top stories include 80s Night at the Chalet, the Vatican on YouTube, SJC hockey, and snowstorm coverage. But first, let's dive into the local news.
Recently, social workers in Portland hit the streets to find every homeless person in the area. Portland was one of the 6 cities in New England to conduct this point-in-time count, in an effort to send a message to the government that too many Americans are homeless. The homeless were asked to leave their makeshift homes and fill out a survey in the comfort of a warm coffee shop or nearby cafe. The surveys were created to find the reason they are living on the streets. The results? Some were left homeless after the recent ice storm, where others had been evicted from their homes. After hours of walking through snow and rain, the total count for homeless people in the Portland streets was 256. This excludes all homeless people who were in emergency shelters and transitional housing. The research from the surveys has been sent to the Maine State Housing Authority. It will be submitted to the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development. New England, as a whole, hopes to find aid from the government so that people won't be subjected to living on the streets. Government-funded shelters like the Oxford Street Shelter can house over 150 people a night. With the help of the government, more shelters can be opened, and homeless men and women can have decent living situations as they search for jobs and provide for themselves and their families.
Students from St. Joseph's have been partnered with Catherine's Cupboard in Portland for years now. They organize and prepare food baskets for less fortunate families in the area. Our past Thanksgiving and Christmas food drives show that giving a little goes a long way. And it's not just the St. Joseph student body that's reaching out. In light of the growing number of homeless teens in America, celebrities have been using their fame for the right reasons. Gossip Girl star Chase Crawford stars in a public service announcement for the campaign Jeans for Teens. Partnered with the New York-based store Aeropostale and the not-for-profit DoSomething.org, Chase is raising the awareness that 1 in 3 homeless people in the United States is under 18, and that we can help them. Everyone is encouraged to bring a pair of gently worn jeans to a nearby Aeropostale. The donated jeans will be dispersed to one of the 500 local youth shelters across the U.S. As an added incentive, Aeropostale is also offering a generous 25% off any new pair of jeans to anyone who donates. In addition to the in-store program, over 1,000 youths around the U.S. are holding drives in their local high schools and colleges. Next time you make a trip to the Main Mall, consider participating in this awesome event. The campaign ends February 22nd.
Thanks, Jen. That sounds like a wonderful program.
Alright, we're down at ice level right now. St. Joseph's College Monks just scored again to make it 9-3. It's turning into a bit of a laugher. So, follow me and go inside the locker room and see what you tell a team when you're winning by 6 goals during the third period.
Do anything about this. You got it hooked to your face mask, stick it in your mouth, alright? Last year had a good point. It's a tough situation here. Yeah, some of you have never won. You realize that. And we want you to win, and you don't want to disgrace them, you want to respect them, all that stuff. But you can still play a good game, you can learn something. You can have really good practice next 20 minutes. Work the puck around. Try things you haven't done. Cycle more, the second and third line. Try moving the puck around. You know, celebrations are celebrations, Dan, I know what you're saying, but you can just get excited but not get too ridiculous. Keep your heads about yourselves, and no stupid penalties.
Now let's hear from sports specialist Greg Kavanaugh about our SJC Sports Recap.
Thank you, Jen. Miss Maine. Well, I had quite a weekend this weekend. I got to go see the St. Joseph's Ben's hockey team play in their 3rd and final home game of the year, and they won 12-4
Awesome.
over Tufts.
Super! Thanks.
Thank you. That was good. That was great. Anyway, the week started off well for the Monks, with freshman swimmer Hannah Gajewski winning her 5th
Rookie of the Week honors in the GNAC. This coming off 3 individual firsts and a first in a relay in victory efforts over Wheelock and Hassan last weekend. So congratulations to Hannah and congratulations to the girls swim team. They're 6-1 now this season.
Great job.
The Lady Monks took to the hardwood twice last week, going 1-1 after stifling Emerson 73-56. This coming off a 4-point loss to Riviera on the 29th. The Monks were paced by Kayla Noel and Caroline Freeman, who dropped 14 and 12 respectively, lifting the team to a 10-10 overall record, 3-4 in the GNAC. Also, coming from the Lady Monks locker room, Megan McDevitt was named to the Maine Women's Basketball Association Honor Roll for the 2nd time this year, so congratulations to Megan. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team dropped a heartbreaker to Emerson on Saturday, 79-77. This coming despite Ray Eatman's 21-point effort and Tyler Kelly's 19-point effort. He shot 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. That's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. The loss coming on the heels of a 77-55 rout of Norwich Academy only 2 days prior. And that was in Northfield, Vermont. So, Eatman again paced the Monks with 14 and 11, good for his 5th consecutive double-double.
What's a double-double?
That's actually on the UFC.
Reason to name him to the GNAC Weekly Honor Roll, along with freshman Zach O'Brien. So Ray, Zach, congratulations. Good job. Good job for you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
You're very
Thanks,
welcome.
Mr. Kavanaugh. It's always a pleasure to have you here and set with us. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you, Caitlin.
Now let's send
everyone
things.
else.
Let's send things.
It is a pretty big storm. Classes have been canceled and residents have been advised to stay off the roads. But the folks here at St. Joseph's don't seem to mind it one bit. Snowmen have been popping up all around campus. People have been snowboarding down sidewalks, and I've even got my snowshoes on. So, take advantage of the weather and get used to it. More snow showers expected midweek. Keep your ice scrapers handy and your mittens on. That's all for me. Time for me to go enjoy this winter wonderland.
Now here I am via SJC satellite in Anchorage, Alaska, where they're experiencing a little heat wave of their own. Temperatures today climbed to about 1 degree Fahrenheit, although the wind chill factor feels more like -13. Now if you think the snow here has been relentless, don't worry, we're not the only ones getting buckets of snow poured on us. Here in London, we've been experiencing our own fair share of the good old fluffy whites. Boy, what I wouldn't do to be somewhere hot and sticky. Warm. Like here in La Paz, Bolivia, where the temperature is a brutal 88 degrees with a 66% humidity. Perceived temperature is about 100 degrees and still climbing. Well, I've had a lot of fun here in the hot sun, but boy oh boy do I miss my warm snuggie and good old Maine winter weather.
Thank you for joining us for our first edition of the Weekly Word.
We'll be back next week with more current, local, and world news, as well as sports reports and weather updates. Until next time,
In the words of Edward R. Murrow,
Good night and good luck.